Introduction to the trot cue.
Good girl. Head down. Good girl. So because she's got a little fire in her feet, I'm going to introduce... So that was a sideways threat. She jumped at me with her shoulder, with her ears back. So that was her posturing like she's going to threaten me, and she's been giving me a few looks already. No, we're not friends right now. We're not friends right now. And I'm even going to get this out of here for the second because I don't need a trip factor for myself. Because what I'm going to do, that she's got a little bit of fire in her feet, I'm going to go ahead and introduce the trot cue to help her use that fire. But I'm also going to pay attention to how she uses the shoulder. So, good. So I'm going to double kiss and ask her to trot.
I first point forward, then kiss, and if she needs more support, I fan the rope towards her shoulder, creating driving energy.
So I'm just correcting the kind of spook at me. Good. Good. Which is going to keep happening right here because that's her pattern. Yep.
In the teaching phase of the kiss cues, you have to keep kissing the cue until they pick up even one trot stride.
All of it stops when she picks up the trot. All of it stops when she picks up the trot.
Good girl.
Tell her she can stop. She needs to stay out there because of the way she's acting today.
If a horse throws themselves at you, you should always establish personal space boundaries. Here I told her to stay out on the circle instead of getting my acknowledgement touch.
Do you ever notice she hates the rain?
Yeah, usually when it's raining, she's always in a run-in.
Yeah, she's not happy, right? She's very irritated by the rain.
Yeah.
If she is thinking to lunge at me when she is in motion, there's a real good chance she'll lunge at me from a standstill.
Okay, gonna ask her to go back out on the circle. So that's a question. She wasn't planning on coming at me. She asked me a question with her ears.
Both ears forward at me is a question.
So I didn't get any louder in that moment. Now I'm going to get louder because that's not a question.
Here I am, simply asking her to go out on the circle at the walk. She decided this was a good time to have an argument. Notice, I manage the power she expresses, but continue to just ask her to go. When she stops arguing and steps off in the right direction, I stop all of my support and try to allow her to establish her walk.
So I leave her alone when she finds the right answer. So she learns that all that extra fight is not necessary. I'm going to go ahead and hind yield her and say, hey, you're done.
Did you see how she asked for my touch on her forehead? I cannot emphasize enough how valuable that touch is to your training relationship with any horse.
I get you.
It's not a pet, it's a touch and press.
Got a little evilness going on today. A little evilness going on, right? Listen, listen, right? It all ends when she finds the right answer. I'm gonna ask her for the trot again because she's got that fire in her feet.
A single kiss is used while she is actively trotting to try to motivate her to keep trotting. If she breaks, I go back to giving her the 2 kiss trot cue.
Good. Good. Stay out there. Stay out there. I don't trust you today. I don't trust you today. You're not being very nice today. Good girl.
Look at that understanding and respectful departure. So again, the single kiss is used during the trot to motivate the continued trot. The double kiss is brought back if she actually breaks back into the walk.
Good. The reason I stopped her on that departure is because she departed evenly in her body. Where all the other departures had like a drop hind end, which could be one of 2 things. One could be attitude, and the other could be when she was sent to trot from a standstill, right? It's fear of being hit. So it could be why she's dropping. So we want to make sure that we don't punish her for that yet, because I don't know that it's actually meant to be mean, okay? So we don't want to automatically assume she's being a jerk. What's the matter? You all right? Huh? You got a little fly bothering you? You're fine. So I stopped her on that departure because she left even, all 4 feet were even in the ground. What you got going on over there? Silly. Okay, so I'm going to ask her to go. Yep. 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 So I said yep because she turned her head. Thought to leave that direction. I'm not telling her to back up, so I'm going to try to put a little block on that. Good. And now my good told her I'm right. And that's why she committed to walking off. Had I not established a few words for her, oh, good, yes, I wouldn't be able to help her when she made the decision to walk off, that she was right, so she can commit to it and be confident about her decision. You can go ahead and ask her to trot.
Again, you can see that it starts with a point forward, then the kiss, then the swinging of the rope, in that order. It's important to show the best deal, most subtle cue before turning up any volume. The best deal is upward transition to my
trot. She has to go back into the trot.
Because she had already responded properly to the trot cue, but then stopped. It was important for me to tell her that no, you need to be trotting. Asking her directly back into the trot is how I explained to her that stopping and walking is not the right answer. That means that maintaining the trot was.
You don't have to canter. Good. Good.
Here's an example of turning up the volume. I was politely asking Luna to back up, which she failed to properly respond. I then made the rope louder between us, and even went ahead and created chaos with my extra rope.
Why do you think I stopped
That's
her in
what
that
I call
moment?
turning up the volume.
So when she thought to canter, okay, she's just sorting out where's the right answer, right? She's just trying to figure out what the right answer actually is. She's not doing any of this stuff to be bad. She's just trying to sort out where that right answer is. She thought to break, and I kissed her to tell her, no, keep trotting. And her body softened in like a knowing, like, oh. So that's why I stopped her, because she found her confidence in that moment. And I was able to tell her by stopping her, that's her release. That was the right answer. We want to get her past either feeling guarded by this or feeling defensive. Whatever's going on, I'd like to believe it's more of a past training issue than it is an aggression towards me. It's more of a defensiveness because of something she learned. It's kind of like barrel racing horses that freak out at the gate. They know they're about to be spurred as soon as they, you know. So with her, she knows that when she's asked to pick up the trot, it could be from a standstill and it could be a whip that causes the trot to begin. I want to help her know that it's just I'm asking her to do it on a cue. So I'm going to tell her to go ahead and go out on the circle again. Yep, good. So see, when she heard the yep, she finished the step that way. Good, she finished walking off. Those are the words that are going to really help her know she got the right answer on stuff. I didn't ask for that, but I'm not going to take it away from her. You're not wrong, but you're not done. Don't come at me. Good. So because she wants to trot right here, I'm going to go ahead and tell her she can. She does not need to canter. Sorry. Because trot was the last thing I asked for. Single trot, single kiss, double kiss to get her back up in the trot, single kiss to tell her don't break. Because the last thing I asked her to do was trot. That's the first thing she has to do now. Good. Don't have to canter. Good. Gonna stop her before the attitude comes. So by stopping her before the attitude comes, now she's like, please tell me I did good, right?
Yeah.
By stopping her before the attitude comes, I'm trying to help her not have to have that thought. So I'm interrupting the thought. I'm trying to interrupt the pattern. We have a pattern here, right? That's where she gets snotty and drops her shoulder in my direction and picks up the canter sometimes. So right here is our issue. So we want to help her through there. Good. So if you were to guess, what's the best way to help her through that space? There's no wrong answers. I'll guide you if you aren't saying what I want you to say. Sometimes you can surprise yourself. You'll guess right.
Maybe ask her to walk so she doesn't get like too like hyper or like.
Okay. Unfortunately, what that'll do is that'll make her think she doesn't have to do it.
Oh, okay.
So another option is to actually ask for the trot only right there, so that we can change whatever this dropping her hind end and launching herself. We can change that. We can start our departure there and not ask for anything, not start asking here and then she only gets it there, but actually only asking for it there. There's a difference, right? Here I'm begging, 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 and then she finally says, "Meh." Okay? There I'm going to ask for it because she's more likely to pick it up, and I can probably get a soft departure if I keep asking for it only there. So I'm going to send her out on the walk. I'm going to tell her yes when she thinks that direction. I'm going to tell her good when she starts to go. She hasn't thought that direction yet. Yes. Good. Tell her she needs to keep going. Good. So maybe ask for the trot right here. You don't make faces like that. Good. Good. Ask her to stop right there where she's likely to have her tantrum, because her tantrum sets her off balance enough that I kind of made it hard to have her tantrum there, right? I said, oh yeah, let me swing you around a little bit and get your legs tangled up. Maybe the tantrum's not going to be as easy to do.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Ask her to go out on the walk. Yes. 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 Good. Don't make faces at me. Don't go. You don't come close to me. Ask her to trot. Good. Good. Ask her to stop right there. So I'm interrupting the thought.
I love to point out how much value horses put into the touch on the forehead.
So my goal,
so much that they
I
ask me
always
to
find my
acknowledge them
goals
that
throughout
they
my
did do good.
exercises. So my goal isn't about trotting this horse. My goal is to stop the attitude right here, right? To help her not have to do that. So my goal is to get her to trot through there real nice, like she just trotted right here, you know, or a couple times she even trotted over there real nice. My goal is to get her to trot through here real nice, so that way she feels that she can break that pattern. So my goal is to break that pattern.
I love to challenge their understanding of something. Here I challenge how well she actually understands the point in the direction and the departure out onto the circle.
I'm going to really challenge her, and I'm going to ask her to go that way, but I'm going to stand at this shoulder and see if I can't get her to lean back and choose that direction. Excellent. Good girl. Good girl. But don't stop. You don't want to try that. Good. Good. So.
That's my alarm that the lesson is 10 minutes to end. I'm ignoring it because I need to stay focused on Luna right now.
Good. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Good girl.
Now, what was cool about that, did you watch her ears?
Yeah.
Her ears said, oh, I might get stopped. Oh, wait, I'm getting allowed to go through here.
Yeah.
Her expression is pleasant and absent of naughty thoughts.
So I made her think in a spot where she had naughty thoughts. I made her think about me, right? That's the most important part. When she was thinking about me before, she was thinking about how she was going to do something to me. Here, she was thinking about what I'm going to do to her.
Yeah.
Change the dynamic. So that was our 10-minute. Good. 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 So again, I'm going to challenge her. I was very pleased with that. So I'm going to look at this shoulder, but I'm going to ask her to think backwards and think go in this direction. I'm not influencing her to go backwards. I'm going to let her know that I'm talking to her. So this is like a tap on the shoulder. Hey, excuse me, talking to you. Ask her to think the other way. You want to be careful when you kiss when they're not pointed the way you want them to go. Yes, good. Get off me. Good. Ask her to trot. Good. What a good girl.
Good girl.
Did you see her thinking about me again, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice girl. So where would be another good spot that you would think that would be helpful for her, where I could help her with more understanding about this? There's another spot that could be a little helpful.
There.
Where, before where she is now, or after where she is now?
Like a little bit before.
Okay. I'm thinking after where she is right now. Can you guess why?
Hmm.
There's no wrong answers. Or there's no wrong guesses. Guessing is going to help you find the right answer. If you pay attention to the entire exercise, what's been happening right here?
She gets a little more like hyper right there, and
She's
then
getting a chance to stop.
yeah.
So when I leave again, I leave at the walk. She's not having to figure out a trot right here. So my goal now would be to say, okay, let me ask for the trot here, trot her real nice through here, and ask her to stay trotting through here. She's yet to stay trotting through here. She breaks every time.
Yeah.
So now my goal is to say, oh, wait, until I tell you to stop, we don't stop. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her to go out on that circle. Good. Going to ask her for the trot in about a second. Instead, I change my mind. Trot. See, she doesn't have a trot there yet.
I keep kissing at her to stay very active in driving her through that spot to try to help her not continue with a pattern of breaking or stop there. I laugh because Luna tripped and tried to use it as an excuse to be a little animated.
Good. Don't look at me like that. Yes.
Good
yes.
girl.
And the problem now, back, So I'm still being very protective of myself.
Yeah.
Because she is flipping a lot of ears at me. The problem with stopping her when I did was that she flashed her ears here, even though she was willing to trot through there. So now my goal would be, okay, so what's wrong with that? The ears back. When I don't have the ears back, I'm going to stop her just beyond it. I'm not going to stop her right at it. I'm going to stop her beyond it. Being able to get her to trot through there is a milestone we got there. But she's getting snottier even though she's learning it, right? So she's getting more pinny. Okay. So we're going to ask her to go. Good. Ask her to trot. Good. 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 Don't look at me like that. Good. Good. Stop her here. Do you know why I stopped her here?
Because she trotted through here.
She had the nicest face.
Yeah.
You can change your horse's expression by rewarding the right expression. So like if your horse is pinning their ears at you all the time and you find one spot where they're not pinning your ears and you stop them in that one spot, they'll start to figure out that not pinning my ears got me rewarded. Good. Ask her to trot.
Notice
Good.
how she confidently departed on only a point and cue without the support of the rope swinging?
Ask her to stop.
Good girl.
Tell her what a good girl she is. So even with all those pissy faces, I'm pretty convinced she's not going to lunge at me when I go to touch her. Right?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't get in her personal space when she's acting all snotty like that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she understands this has been a reward and that she wants confirmation even for that reward. So if you were to guess what her accomplishments are, she's learning to follow direction, which way I want her to go. She's learning to leave when I tell her to leave. She's learning now different gaits, right? She's also learning that she doesn't need to be a jerk during this process. That's what we're focusing on now, is that you don't need to be a jerk. All I had to do is tell you, all you have to do is do the thing I asked you to do, and I'll be just as sweet to you. I ask her to back up that step.
I love how deliberately she took that step. It makes me think of the
Go ahead
game
and tell
Simon
her she
Says for
needs to
some
go
reason.
that way.
I guess because she took the step so purposefully.
Good. I'm going to tell her to trot in that spot that's hard for her. Good. Good. As soon as she changes her expression, I'm going to reward the expression change. Even if it's a little softer. Which I could have rewarded her there, but she broke on her own. Right there is good. Ask her to take that one step back. Now 2 steps back. So I'm going to utilize the head down now, because I'm going to let her catch her breath, believing that the head down, good, is a way I'm letting her relax. I'm going to tell her, hey, how about you relax? 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 Good girl. So I'd be happy to quit with her there. I don't want to start another can of worms, and I definitely don't want to go the other direction. So remember, this is the eye I worked with, so this is the horse that I worked with. If I change directions now, she may go, wait, I have no idea what you're talking about, right? And then we have to start all over again. And I need her to end on this stardom here, right? Notice how she's willing to put her head down even to me touching her on the side here. Head down. Good. Head down. Anytime you have a horse that kind of has a heart attack for some reason, this is a good way to help them come off that adrenaline. They won't put their head down and relax if they're still hot, right?
Yeah.
They're still feeling spicy. So this helps them come off that adrenaline. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hmm? That's good too. Okay. You have all your itchies. We can help you with them. So when you use scratches as a reward, this trick is don't satisfy the itch. You know, like when someone scratches your back and they get it and you're like, oh, okay, thanks, that's good. Well, if you do that with them, they don't want it anymore, right? You've satisfied the itch. But if you give them just a tease, like if somebody like runs their hand down your back and you realize that it itches there and you're like, oh, can you get that? So it's kind of that idea is you're like, you show her that you're willing to scratch her there and she's like, oh, can you do that again? Like, what do I need? I'm not scratching post. Nope. I'm not. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Nope. To you too. I'm a good girl. I'm not a scratching post. I'll scratch you, but you don't rub on me like that. But the trick is just always kind of like hint, I'll scratch you there if you do something for me. So I call it their price, right? They're telling you, I'll play and I'll do your thing if you scratch me there. So it becomes like an exchange, right? What, you want your belly rubbed? Huh? You like your belly rubbed? Huh? Yeah, you do, don't ya? Yeah, you want this side done too? How about getting these bugs off you? Does that make you happy too? Huh? How's that? I'm not gonna scratch your butt. No, we don't trust you yet to be a butt scratching horse. Okay, we don't trust you enough yet. But could be something in it for you. I see your foot. Is your foot? That's a nice girl. That's a nice girl. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put her back.
When we put her back out with her buddy, she didn't run to his calling. She stayed with us for upwards of 10 minutes. In fact, Tex came out of the shed and joined us. As I always say, there's your feedback.